Welcome to the celebrated nightly news of Calaveras County. We thank you for stopping by. We do. And we're back for another night.
Another night, and we were both, you were looking over there, and I was
just
looking here.
I guess one thing I do need to say is occasionally you'll see me look left. And what I'm doing, since we have a huge staff here of camera people, sound crew, it's huge.
Amazing.
But really, it's just me. So if you need to, I need to look left to make sure our feed is okay.
So
we're pushing.
On, exactly. So we're doing what we're supposed to be doing.
So if you see me look left off camera,
that's why.
Yeah, because we're like doing the juggling thing.
The juggling thing. Yes.
Well, I guess budget hearings are going on.
Budget hearings, and they'll be going on all week.
Yes.
Actually, and it's obviously probably not much has changed from preliminary budget. Actually, not much.
But I mean, the title of our little piece we stopped by today. Our title of our little piece we did is "Whittling Nickels into Dimes."
That's right.
So.
Trying to change pot metal into gold.
Yes, so there you can tell that with
it's
each
an alchemist dream.
With each department head that comes up, they're trying to whittle and rub, and
can we have a little more here, a little more there?
And
the total number is $106,513,630.
Is this our first year over 100 million? I think last year wasn't it?
I thought last year was about 98 million.
Huh.
We have to look at that. Actually, we didn't discuss that before we went on air, or else we would know the answer for you.
I know.
Yes, but although the budget numbers were higher last year.
They were.
Yes, because
there was more tax revenue and that kind of stuff.
A lot more property tax money coming in last year, so that made it a banner budget year. So they didn't have to cut very much last year, but this year all the departments are having to whittle back. And nickels into dimes is sort of an interesting metaphor for what they're doing over there at the government center. Or actually, Cal Works building this week.
The Cal Works building.
So if you want to go by and see scintillating county government at work, you can do that. This week. Also,
I guess to top our news is there was another motorcycle crash.
Yes, there was.
In the county early yesterday morning. And we're talking about this because it's a appropriate rural county story.
That's right.
Go ahead, Sarah.
Oh, no, John. I leave the honors to you.
Oh, all right. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Cow in the road causes moderate injury motorcycle accident. And here we go. This happened on Milton Road, down close to the Stanislaus County line.
Yes.
And a 48-year-old Valley Springs resident, which we will remain nameless. If you really want to dig, it's on the site.
That's right.
Why broadcast people's names unless... we have to,
exactly.
Right? Okay. So, a 48-year-old Valley Springs man was riding his Harley on Milton Road, and it was dark. It was 4:30 a.m. Came around a corner, and there was a cow. So,
right there in the middle of the road.
Since discretion was the better part of Valerie, decided to take evasive action instead of broadsiding the cow.
Because cows are very big animals.
Yeah, you don't want to hit a cow.
No.
And this is, we'll read from the CHP press release here. And here we go. As he came through the turn, he saw a large cow crossing the roadway directly in front of him.
They were large animals.
From his left. In order to avoid striking the cow, he slammed on his brakes and took evasive action. When he did so, he lost control of his motorcycle, laying it down on its right side.
Yes.
And he slid to a stop in the opposing lane.
I searched injuries.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Broken ankle and left shoulder and stuff.
Left shoulder.
And this is from the CHP officer. I searched the area after the scene was cleaned up in search of the cow. I was unable to locate the animal. However, I did locate several fresh droppings in the roadway. So, we have empirical evidence that
a cow was there.
There.
That's investigative reporting.
Yes. So,
we know the cow was there.
Although
the cow could not be found at the time.
Yes. So it was actually, what if it was like Far Side? What if the cow was just standing there?
Yes, next to the fence.
Yeah, standing there.
Next to the fence.
erect, and yeah, it could have been. You never know.
Could have been. You never know.
Yeah. So that was our, and it's appropriate Calaveras County news because
It is.
a man wrecked his vehicle avoiding a cow.
Exactly.
In the
And
road.
the cow was fine, apparently. If the cow walked away, the cow was fine.
Nobody hit the cow.
Nobody hit the cow.
But apparently it did scare the out of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
On to other news.
Left that behind, right?
The empirical evidence that he was there.
That was right. Yes. Just piles and
Yes. Okay.
piles.
Endowment for youth grant funding.
There you go.
Is the next story. Mark Twain St. Joseph's Hospital is now accepting applications for its 2007 Endowment for Youth program, and the hospital's thrift shop program actually funds these opportunities for young people for not-for-profit Calaveras County projects that provide services to young people ages 0 to 18. And in 2007, $32,194 was awarded to 60 community programs.
very nice.
Yes, so they're accepting applications, and you can actually contact Diane Rodriguez at 736-0864 if you want more information on how to apply for a grant from Mark Twain St. Joseph's Hospital.
And on our follow-up segment, we have our site of the day. We had a little bit of a moose/elk controversy last week because we were trying to see if we knew there weren't any moose, but we thought there may be a moose derivative.
We weren't sure if there were elk.
Yeah,
in
and
California.
I thought there was because
I thought there weren't. Yes.
Yeah, so
and we couldn't find
and
whether
there
were or not, but there are.
Well, this is kind of interesting.
Elk.
So the site of the day on thepinetree.net is on Tule elk. All right. Tule elk is a subspecies of North American elk that only occurs in California.
Oh.
They are smaller and lighter in color.
California-specific elk.
Smaller and lighter in color than other species of elk. For thousands of years, vast numbers of Tule elk thrived in the grasslands of central and coastal California until those dastardly humans came along.
That's
right.
Ran them off their
In the
land.
mid-1800s, following the gold rush, uncontrolled market hunting and rapid agricultural development nearly drove them to extinction. Oh no. They were gone from the Point Reyes area until the 1860s. In 1874, the last surviving Tule elk, possibly as few as 2 individuals, were discovered and protected in the southern San Joaquin Valley. Beginning in the early 1900s, conservation efforts
grew from those 2?
I think so. Including reintroduction programs have increased statewide population to more than 3,000.
They must have introduced other elk into the herd, you think?
I don't know. Tule elk were reintroduced into the Point Reyes National Seesaw in 1978. Since then, the elk have grown from 10 animals to over 400.
Wow.
One of the largest populations in California. There are 2 separate herds of Tule elk at Point Reyes. The larger herd is at Tamales Point?
Tamales?
And the other herd is at Limatour Wilderness area. So there we go. Now that puts to rest the great moose/elk controversy on do they exist?
But moose and elk are not the same animal.
But aren't they cousins?
I think they're related.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. Okay. Well, we know now that there are Tule elk in California. And when I say we, I mean very specifically John and I.
Yeah, there we go. All right. And also another little bit of, should we go to more light news?
More light news.
All right, Here we go. More light news. And this is one where last weekend in the Cedar Center, there was the Arts and Crafts Fair. And we spent most of our time filming the juggler. He did a really good job. So we have some little clips here which we will play from the juggler. And here he is right now.
Oh, he's blowing bubbles.
One-handed bubble blowing. So
that's
that is
amazing.
truly.
That is truly
and then
amazing.
he goes on to. And this is one of those instances. It wasn't always so much what he did, but how he did it. He was very entertaining. And in fact, it's kind of interesting thing because lots of times in a small venue like that, it's hard to get audience participation, and
Yes.
on a free stage, everybody's walking by. But he held people. There was almost no seats left.
Oh, really?
Through the whole time he did this is like a half-hour program, and he just.
Did you get his name? He's just the redheaded juggler guy?
Pathetic journalism stuff, no. So we're just.
Oh, okay.
There we go. See, he's.
Wow, that's amazing. Look
he's
at that.
bouncing. But then
that's
he'll introduce.
amazing. Look at that.
Yes, he's getting claps for having.
Bicep juggling.
Yes, it was.
That was amazing. I can tell you were amazed.
Oh, let's skip forward, shall we? And then we also went to. Oh, let's see. He juggled.
Oh, wow, look at that.
There we go. Here he's juggling 4 balls. Then he'll start. Then he'll change cadence and start doing them in a circular fashion. There we go. See? Pretty impressive.
Very.
Now he's doing 5. There we go. Juggling 5. And he was very happy with himself.
Oh, he dropped one.
But he was very happy.
He picked it up quickly, though. And in juggling, that's an important thing.
There we go.
Oh, wow.
Now we're moving on to booths. There was lots of booths there. Crafts
here we
booths.
go.
Now he has,
He has
audience participation, helping him climb on the. There we go. Helping him climb on the unicycle.
The unicycle.
Yes.
That little boy's not very impressed, though, is he?
So he put bunny ears on him, and see, he's climbing up on a very tall unicycle.
So tall, it couldn't fit in the viewfinder.
Yes, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Okay.
And then he went on too. Now he's up on his unicycle on this little tiny stage. Alright, here we go. Now he's juggling fire.
Juggling fire.
Yes,
Hey.
juggling fire. Here
That's
we
like
go.
a medieval act.
We are juggling fire here.
Yes, we are. We're watching the fire juggler. Does he eat the fire?
Here we
too?
go, see? There we go. We are juggling fire on top of a unicycle.
Wow.
This is quality entertainment for our viewers at home, isn't it?
It
This is.
You will never see anything like this anywhere else.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go. Oh, wow.
Now he's juggling 3 torches.
And
There we
dancing,
go.
too.
And dancing at the same time.
That's pretty
It's
impressive.
pretty
That's
impressive.
impressive.
And why this caught my fancy more than the booths, I don't know. But he worked hard at it. You know, I mean, sometimes he put a lot of energy into
He
it.
certainly did.
So, there we go. And it's,
And the music matches.
he drops
Oh, he
one, then he
dropped
just starts
Dancing. Dancing juggler.
sands. Are we through with juggling?
I don't know. Are we through with juggling?
Oh, I think we're through with juggling.
Our audience
Here
may
we
be
go.
going,
I
we're
think,
through.
Okay,
We're through with juggling.
Why are they inflicting juggling upon? But anyway, it was a great show. It was a
Juggling
good.
pain.
The Cedar Center Arts and Crafts Festival. They had good crowds. I mean, it was busy. It was busy.
That's what I've heard.
It was
they
very
actually
busy.
draw a crowd.
Yeah.
But it was Labor Day weekend,
Was.
and a lot of people up here for the weekend. And if you were trying to get around on the roads, took you a
luck.
little longer. Took a little longer to get places this last weekend.
So what else was happening in our world?
What else is happening in our world? Planning Commission meets tomorrow,
All right.
and that is in Government Center at, let me get you a time here, 9 o'clock.
And there's some pretty good stuff on the agenda.
There is actually. Let's see here. You probably know more about this than I do.
Oh, I think they're refining some of the setbacks, some of
yeah.
those septic setbacks, and some of the other issues on there.
Zoning amendment and tentative subdivision tract map in Valley Springs area to divide 34.5 total acres into 171 lots. including 162 residential lots, and that's down in Valley Springs, North Vista Plaza. And also they will be talking about Gold Strike Heights, reapproval to divide approximately 13.5 acres into 27 single-family residential parcels. Yeah. Initially, this is a portion of the project originally approved as an 84-unit subdivision. And this is phase 2.
Phase 2?
Gold Strike. So the Planning Commission will be looking at that, and extension of time and zoning code text amendment for
and also
building and septic permits.
Coming up on that, and coming up in a couple weekends, is we hadn't mentioned much about it yet, is the Ironstone Concourse.
Oh, that has
really grown. And do you realize that the
grown.
Ironstone Concourse is one of the largest concourses on the West Coast, other than Pebble?
It is.
You know, other than the Granddaddy, which.
But it's gotten bigger and bigger, because I remember when it was not so large, and now you go out there and they have these cars that
they had
are
over
so
300
rare.
last year. And the interesting one is they're going to have James Dean's car.
Ooh, this year.
Here this year.
Oh,
yes,
very
they are.
Nice.
And we put up, just if you hadn't been to the Ironstone Concourse, up on our site, thepinetree.net, we have video of last year's awards ceremony. You can watch the whole thing. Runs like a half hour.
Not too bad.
And it is all of the award winners.
Wow.
Yeah, so if you want to watch that, and that is going to be September 21 and 22. Proceeds go to help benefit 4-H. And we have about 150 slides up there as well. If you
150?
Yeah, we didn't take many pictures.
Those are for people with high-speed internet, right?
Well, if you're on dial-up, you can still peruse.
You may be sitting there for a little while, but they're definitely worth waiting for.
You can still peruse. Let's see. Here we go. I mean, some of the award winners. Here we go. See the old classic Woodies, and I know you probably can't see the pictures very well, but that's coming up. Mark your calendars. Mark your calendars.
It will be a good one, and it's a benefit, like you said earlier, for 4-H.
Yes.
So, out there at Ironstone.
Of course, they're also having concerts again this weekend.
They are. It's a big concert weekend for them.
This is huge.
Huge concert weekend.
Huge concert weekend.
Are you going to any of the concerts?
We'll try to cover as many as we can.
Okay. State news? We looking at state news?
Go for it.
State news. State news. New term limits measure qualifies for state ballot. This should be interesting. This is actually from the San Francisco Chronicle, Sacramento Bee, San Diego Union Tribune, and San Jose Mercury. A new Democrat-backed term limits initiative qualified for the February ballot Tuesday by a scant 957 signature margin, and opponents are complaining that political pressure pushed the measure over the top. And also in Sacramento Bee, it's a related topic, a nail-biting melodrama that has engulfed the ballot measure to modify legislative term limits, whether it has garnered enough voter signatures to be placed on the February 5th primary election ballot, ended Tuesday afternoon in a photo finish. So that should be interesting to look for. See some of the ads for that. And governor appeals ruling on violent video games. This is from the Sacramento Bee. Attempting to save California's ban on selling violent video games to youths, Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger on Wednesday appealed a federal court ruling that permanently struck down the prohibition last month. Now,
was he ever part of any video games?
I would imagine the Terminator games.
I would think so.
But did any of us know that there was a ban on violent video games to youths in California?
I don't think it was enforced very well.
No. I mean, you see some of these things just in the arcade, it's like, whoa, okay, how many mummies can you blow up in a day?
And Fred Thompson, looks like he taped his Jay Leno episode, right?
Sure did.
So, there we go.
There you go.
He's launching his bid for the presidency in Hollywood style. Will make his candidacy official in a 15-minute webcast set to air at midnight. Around the same time, he'll be seen on the East Coast chatting with Jay Leno in a taped broadcast of NBC's Tonight Show.
Yes.
He'll call attention to his bid hours earlier with a 30-second ad during the 8-man GOP debate in New Hampshire. Yeah, because there's some people that think that they're a little upset with Fred, some of the other contestants, because they're having a debate tonight, He's not showing up. He's announcing on that night and then running a commercial during their debate.
That's right.
Ooh.
But he agrees with Leno that presidential debates are not garnering much interest from the general public. And that is sort of an interesting little twist on it all. They're having their debates, but is anybody really watching except for the policy wonks?
It's too early.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, one little thing we'll touch on that, if some of you may have known, is Luciano Pavarotti has had cancer.
Yes.
And it's being reported now that he's unconscious now and failing. So it looks like for Pavarotti, this is his
the
final act.
time.
Yeah.
Yes.
And also, this is an interesting one. If you've been following this on the news at all, they've made arrests over in Germany on an Al Qaeda plot.
Yes, they have.
And some of these is where they actually went in and swapped out. Did you read this?
Mm-mm.
Instead of arresting them, they went in and swapped out some of the chemicals for the bombs. So they actually replaced the chemicals with stuff that was relatively inert.
All right.
So they could hopefully let them
go
work
ahead
on
and
it a bit more.
do their little plotting, and then it didn't.
So, and I guess this is a typical bureaucratic screw up. And nuclear bombs. No, this is what I did. You see this one?
Exactly.
They actually loaded live nuclear cruise missiles on a B-52 that cruised around over the U.S. It's like,
oh, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah. Oops. Yeah.
Daisies.
Oops. So. Yeah. All right.
So Republican debate.
And if you are, and just as a word of caution, if you're looking on Craigslist for to hook up, shall we say, in a paid fashion, the police are now placing decoy.
Craigslist had that stuff.
This has been a big controversy that Craigslist has refused to remove basically prostitution ads online.
Okay.
They've let them run.
Okay. I didn't realize they had them in the first place, but of
Right.
course, since the Senator
But the
Craig
police
thing, it's all
now
come
are
out.
placing a decoy ads on Craigslist to bust paid sex. So
okay.
if you have a wide stance, shall we say? Never mind. Senator Craig.
We're on cable television.
Well, that was his defense.
I know
He had a wide stance in the men's room in the stall, and it was completely a misunderstanding.
Completely. That's why he pled guilty.
And he was just, he has a wide stance, and he was fishing underneath the stall for paper.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah. On to other things. Rabid bear killed after attacking Maryland home and wrestling with occupants. That's kind of like our chupacabra story.
The chupacabra story. Yes, the mythical chupacabra.
The mythical chupacabra, which apparently exists down there.
Yes. And also upcoming is the annual Chamber Picnic. If you want to join the Chamber of Commerce and go to the picnic, we'll segue away. We'll just get back on.
It's like watching a little bouncing ball.
We'll just get back on track here. We'll get take it back to the county.
Yes.
Utica Park on September 29th. There will be social hour begins at 5 p.m. Dinner at 6. Dinner will be catered by Bill Claudino.
Ooh, our supervisor.
That's right.
Apparently, he's good at that.
Tickets are $100 for the $5,000 raffle and $20 for dinner only.
Is it $5,000 cash?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You and I might be first in line to buy those tickets.
It might, yeah.
Yeah. That's not bad. Okay. Should we do weather?
We should do weather.
It's weather time.
It's weather time.
Ooh.
You gonna start off? What are we doing?
It's
here?
hot.
It's hot.
It's hot.
Yes.
Ooh, patchy smoke in Arnold.
And
Thursday,
one of the things we've added on the site, thepinetree.net, we added today, and Cal Fire was having a little bit of issues with their feeds. You may have gotten a couple errors, but Now through the end of fire season, we are going to put a feed basically from CAL FIRE, which will show all of their active incidents. Now these aren't going to be the normal ones we have hopefully around here. For example, like the Avery fire from a couple weeks ago wouldn't even make this list. These are the big boys.
Yes, exactly.
Where we'll go back to the front and look at this real quick before we go to weather. Real briefly here. Okay. And what... Come on, there we go. All right. Now on the right, if you go to our site, on the right-hand side of the page, you'll see the active CAL FIRE information list. This is the Moonlight Fire in Plumas County, the Lick Fire in Santa Clara County. For example, like the Lick Fire now is well over 11,000 acres.
Yes.
And that's contributing to a lot of the smoke. And so we have, Siskiyou, and most of these are the many hundred to several thousand acre incidents. These are the big boys.
They're the big fires.
These are the big ones.
So if you're curious about that at all, it's just all right there.
And that will help. Obviously there's a breaking fire locally. We'll break in and and tell you about that. But lots of times this smoke is just piling up. And
that's true, and
that's
it
where it's coming from.
Exactly. So patchy smoke Thursday, 89 degrees. Friday, 88 degrees, and Saturday, 89 degrees, and that was in Arnold.
Bear Valley, clear, low of 45 tonight.
Ooh, wow.
High of 77, low of 48, high of 77 on Friday, and a high of 78 on Saturday. So we're seeing the 40s in a low.
Murphy's weather, patchy smoke, a high of 93 degrees on Thursday. Friday, 92 degrees, and Saturday, 93 degrees.
Angels Camp, patchy smoke, low of 60, high of 92, low of 61, high of 90. Low of 59 and a high of 92 on Saturday.
Okay. Wow.
I better look for Bangor, Maine weather, huh?
You should. I was looking for Copperopolis weather, so I have to go down there.
And Bangor, Maine weather is very similar to Bear Valley weather right now.
Actually, it is.
High of 72 with a low of 55. But tonight in Bangor, Maine, it's today a high of 68 with a low of 40.
Wow.
40.
That's chilly.
Yeah. Tomorrow, high of 72, low of 55. Friday, high of 84, low of 60. Saturday, high of 83, low of 57.
Okay, and Copperopolis, Wednesday, 93 degrees. Thursday, 96 degrees. Friday, 91 degrees. And Saturday, 92 degrees. So it's actually kind of nice in Copper.
It is.
Let's go to Valley Springs. Let's see who will get there fastest.
I'm going somewhere else.
I'm betting it's you. It might be me if he's going someplace else. I'll tell you that much. Ooh, okay.
See, and we're trying to do better at hitting our exact marks.
Our exact marks. That's
yes.
right. Okay,
right.
Valley Springs. Here we go. Valley Springs. Come on, come on. Smoke. It's still loading.
Still loading.
Still loading. Dun, 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 dun. Ah, there we go.
You got it?
Thursday, 96 degrees. Friday, 91 degrees. And Saturday, 92 degrees.
All right.
Okay.
And we thank you very much for stopping by. And thank you for,
joining us.
We had hard-hitting pieces like juggling footage.
That's right.
Touched on the Chupacabra and the Thule elk.
And Thule elk.
I mean, this was hard-hitting.
Hard-hitting news tonight, I tell you.
This had an edge to it.
Certainly did.
An edge of what? I'm not
We're
quite
not
sure.
Quite sure, but figure it out, maybe. Join us tomorrow. We may have the answer.
Join us tomorrow. And let's see. We may have like 20 seconds for something here. Let's see.
20 seconds to watch you go through the computer?
That's not very good. That's not very good.
It's not scintillating television.
It's not good TV. So I guess we'll just leave you. We'll leave you with a
concourse.
A concourse picture. So there we go. So
nice
going out to the concourse.
That's right. And what date is that again?
The 21st and 22nd. That weekend. Of September.
Very nice.
Thank you very much, and you have a great night, and we will see you tomorrow, we hope, on the celebrated nightly news of
Calaveras County.
Calaveras County. Good night.
Good night.